and this is PK Live. This is Moose TV Live. And of course today we are hosting the one behind the brains of this whole thing, who has gone and surpassed his career course and started this TV in the University of Science and Technology. I tell you, this man right here is doing Bachelor of Science in Computer Technology, but he has interest in media. Maybe let us hear what he has to say, but know that there's a first show in PK Live in 2018. Happy New Year. Mr. PK.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How have you been?
I've been great.
Maybe
Very great.
as we start, you can tell me who is PK? Who is PK? Is PK your real name?
PK is my name.
Right.
Okay, it's the abbreviation of Patrick Kiman.
Right.
Yeah.
And where have you been? Man? You just came to the limelight after starting the whole thing.
You know, first, it was about last semester, batch 1, when I was in that year,
Right.
3.2. It was a season of election, that is some student union.
Right.
And I thought that maybe it could be a good idea if I came up with a platform or a show that could help these guys put their ideas to the public domain.
Right.
You see, yeah.
What course do you pursue in Mary University?
I'm pursuing computer technology.
Right.
Yeah.
What is the inspiration behind you hosting PK Live, or what do you call it?
Okay, you might wonder, but I will tell you.
I wonder.
I'm not a journalist,
Even
first. And then I have the business ideas myself. And I came up and saw a market gap in the school.
right.
Yeah. The market gap is that there's no media in the school.
Right.
So what do? Start a media.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I call myself an innovative guy. Computer technology is my profession. Sure. It doesn't mean that I have put away my profession to go into media. But there exists a market gap here.
Right.
And the market gap is media. There's no media in Mary University.
Apart from this media thing, don't you think it is time consuming? Don't you think there are people who say that you spend 90% of your time in Facebook, WhatsApp, updating pictures, you say updating show graphics and so on and so forth. What time do you take to read?
I have a team
Right.
that is doing all that work for me.
So you're just the CEO, you're just the big man here.
You can call me CEO, okay, I'll smile, but
Yeah.
I have come up and looked for people
Right.
who have the passion of media,
Mm-hmm.
like the likes of Nuria Mohammed.
Maybe you can say them more, some of your anchors. Nuria Mohammed.
Yes, you are here also.
Nuria Mohammed.
Nuria Mohammed,
Uh-huh.
Elizabeth Washira,
Right.
Norma Keegan,
Right.
and many others.
In those three names, my friend, I'm just hearing the meal, the boy child. Are you gender biased when
No,
choosing
no.
your anchors? Are you?
No. You can't call me gender biased, but at
No, you are.
first, no, I'm not, because you are here, you are gent, not unless you.
I am the
offended.
first. I am the first gent anchor to stay here. So the other three names are just ladies. Are you gender biased?
Okay.
Are you-
My bad.
Right. So how does media, this whole idea, how does it benefit students in Mary University of Science and Technology? Because when you're starting anything here, it must be at least 90% benefiting the students. How does it benefit the students?
Let me tell you one thing,
Right.
that students lack.
Yeah.
They lack publicity in whatever they do.
Publicity.
This is a school of technology, science and technology.
Right.
A lot of science,
Right.
a lot of innovation is being undertaken in the school.
Right.
But they don't have that platform
Right.
to put their ideas to the public domain.
Right.
You get me?
I get you.
So, using PK Live on Moose TV, we give them free adverts, free advertisement for their innovations. The other day, I saw a show in this Moose TV, a show of people with talent. It was about Mary University Got Talents.
Right.
You see?
Right.
Now, by doing that, we took their talents to the public domain, such that even Obama can see them.
There has been a pandemonium going around this Mary University about the fee decreasement issue. And maybe most people have been saying that this PK is about publicity, but let me tell you, he went damn silent about the whole thing, about the whole time. What happened, man? What happened? We expected you to be so vocal. What happened?
I'm sorry that I'm smiling.
Yeah.
Forgive me,
Right.
but let me just smile for a little bit, then answer your question.
Right.
It is their notion that I had to talk about the strike.
Right.
You know, but there is the difference between innovation and policy makers.
Right.
You see, myself, I'm not a policy maker.
Right.
This fee increment was done by a board or more than 10 professors or doctors
Right.
who saw that it was right for them to increase the fee.
Right.
But for me, as a CEO of Moose TV, I just take news as they are. If the school, if the students strike, I will just go to my platform and say that we have strike
Hang
because
on,
of
hang on, Mr.
this and
PK.
this.
Don't you think you could advertise or you could, advocate for the students' rights other than, advertising for what you're calling a board of 10 doctors?
No, Eric, let me ask you a question. What does a TV do? It takes the news as they are. If let me give an example. If on that year Raila Odinga is becoming the president, they will take the news as they are. Okay, I'm just not an activist. Let me just say that.
Right. You're not an activist.
Sure.
You're just not an Now, what are you...
Maybe I might add something.
Right, add.
You know, let me say that there exists a student union.
Sure.
What is the function of student union?
Tell us.
It is to fight for the student rights.
Maybe you can tell us, what are the challenges? What are the main challenges? Maybe you experience being the CEO of this whole thing. What are the challenges you experience?
You know, like we are just a startup. Sometimes it gives me malaise or discomfort, if I may say so, such that students want me to do things that, according to me, it's not right.
On what you're saying that students want you to do some things that you think they are not right. There has been a lot of things happening on your Facebook page. And some of the comments are just like, what I'm going to show you in this screen, man. Patrick Kimani, nilimpea vitu, akashindwa na kazi. My friend, I cannot even finish this statement because it's so derogatory. Huyu ni mwanaume kweli, bure kabisa. Maybe try to explain and justify that in your own terms.
Oh.
And the reply from one was, na venye ameishi, I don't want to read this word, but yangu simpi ngo.
Damn, this is good. This is interesting.
Is it interesting?
Let me just read it.
Really?
Patrick Kimani limpatia vitu akashindwa na kazi. Suzanne Kinungi. You know, her name implies something that is smelly in her. Look at that name, Kinungi. I'm a Kikuyu and Kinungi, it's something smelly.
Right, I want to show you another one. And right here, Mr. PK. First, here ladies, beware of this man PK as he calls himself. He pretends to be publicizing things, as you have just said, PK is about publicity, just to win freshers. He dated me for 2 weeks. I tell you, you are dating Cocoon. And I dumped him after discovering that he sleeps around with many ladies. And he could be even a carrier of HIV. Who knows? Are you? Are you one? Are you one?
You know, Mr.
Right.
People always talk.
Right.
And when you see people talking about you,
Right.
just know that you're making some progress.
Uh-huh.
For example, you can see Branis Musibi. I saw in the other picture, that screenshot that you showed me, that Branis Musibi was the first to comment.
Right.
You see, maybe it's just a
So,
cartel.
are you trying to say that Granny is Musimbi and the other one
No.
are couples?
I'm just insinuating that maybe it's just a cartel
Right.
outside there to ruin my name. You know, anything is possible.
Mr. Pique, what will you say about this pic? Is this pic showing that you are pretending to be publicizing things and you are dating?
No. This is interesting. This picture,
Right.
Okay, let me start with this picture. Right here. The first picture, this picture, I took this selfie when I was in Craft Silicon. I tell you, have you ever heard of the best software company in the country?
I have.
It's called Craft Silicon.
So, no, not about this one.
I'll move to the
Hang
next.
on.
Give me time.
Right.
I'll move to the next picture. But Note here that this picture, I took it as a selfie in Craft Silicon as a software engineer.
Hang on, Mr. PK. I don't want to talk about these things.
Okay.
What about this one? Is this not a date again?
No. Okay.
Are you not sleeping around with many ladies?
This lady,
Right.
this was my first girlfriend.
Right.
My very first girlfriend.
So it
in
is
this life.
fast. So it means you have around.
No. You can't imply that. I have only one girlfriend.
This is your fast. I'm trying to say that sleeps around with many ladies. That's your fast. So it means you have other 5 or 6.
You say that picture implies that I'm sleeping aloud. Does it imply anything? No, it's just a Christ being hugged.
Those are some of the challenges you pass through as your
Yeah,
session.
sure.
And maybe next question, what can you comment about the innovation being undertook in Middle University of Science and Technology?
Thank you. You know, last night
Right.
I came across this article from MIT, Massachusetts, and it's about this professor von Sandy. Can't remember the name.
Right.
He was talking about
Right.
R&D, research and development. You see, research and development in the school. Okay, let me bring it back to the school. Research and development,
Right.
R&D in the school. We have a directorate in the school that is responsible for the innovation and the research. What I'm trying to say is that the school has undertaken steps that will promote innovations, science and technology in the school.
Right.
I'm still trying to bring the idea of innovation in the whole thing.
Right.
The school, they match their knowledge to come up with something that is valid to the market.
Right.
For example, I have this friend of mine, he works in the School of Physics.
Right.
What they did with his professor, they came up with innovation, an automatic irrigation system.
Right.
You see?
I remember that. I saw it on newspapers.
You saw that?
Yeah, right.
Automatic irrigation system.
Right.
The system itself,
Right.
it has the capability, or it is designed to be controlled by a mobile phone.
Right.
Like that Android phone you have over there.
Sure.
It can be controlled such that
Right.
irrigation or dripping, the drip irrigation will be controlled using the app in your phone.
Right.
You see? I also have this friend. I'm sorry to say that I have.
A lot of friends.
You may say so.
Yeah.
There's this friend of mine.
Right.
His name is Alex.
Right.
I'm not a mathematician, so I would go deep into it. But the guy
Right.
have done a lot of research and publications.
Right.
You see, my point is, from the professors to the doctors and down there to the students
Right.
ourselves, there is that harmony that will make the university
Right.
research and development and also innovation
Right.
be something great in the future of our country.
Are you trying to say that Middle University is a hub for innovations? Are you trying to say so?
Yeah, that is what I'm insinuating. Because, Mr. Iris,
Yeah, right.
let me go back, let me quote something that sometimes we
Right.
compare ourselves to the likes of Jomo Kenyatta University,
Yeah.
University of Nairobi, and we may say that if only I was admitted to UN, blah, 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 things like those. I also came across somebody in Facebook, he's in this school saying that he's just waiting to complete the 4th year and then he will apply another course in University of Nairobi. You see, the inferiority complex that we have in ourselves,
Right.
the malady that our school is inferior to compared to Jomo Kenyatta. But I tell you, the innovation that are being carried out in this school,
Right.
the research is out of, it's of another class.
Comment about the material development in Middle University, not about innovation. As innovation, I tend to believe that Middle University is doing a quite commendable job.
Thank you for that question. But let me tell you something, that Rome was not built in a day. It will take some steps. Okay, we have 5 years now. We have 5 graduation down the line, you see? No, it will take time for us to build skyscrapers, you see? Yeah.
Rome was not built in a day, but I tend to believe it was not also built in
Yeah,
1,000 years. What are you working on right now? What is the project you're working on right now in PK Live? As in, what do you have in store for this 2018?
I'm trying to get sponsorship from the school.
Right.
I'm trying to...
Is it not sponsored?
Not yet. I'm trying to say that we are not sponsored.
Right.
We have inadequacy of material resources.
Right.
We face challenges when it comes to paying our employees.
Right.
In future, we are going to partner. For example, the other day we partnered with Vibe Campo. You see, I'm trying to outsource or to get partnership from other setups that are the same with us.
Right.
You see? Yeah.
Mr. PK, you are a fourth year student in this university. And after all is said and done, you're going to graduate and you're going to get out of this university.
Sure.
Who do you want to inherit this whole idea? Who do you want to go on or to carry forward your agenda when you came up with the PK Life? Who do you want to inherit you? Maybe.
Do you know about the club called Media House Club?
Yeah, I know it.
I have tried my best to make sure that when I'm out of this school, it will be on the best hands possible.
Right. But of course, Mr. PK, you have this right one guy. This one guy you want to inherit. This one guy you want to live this PK life in his or her hands. Who is he? Who is this one guy? Because, you cannot say that I'm leaving to 50 managerial people, just who is this one guy you want to leave this whole idea with?
When the time comes, we shall surely say who is the next CEO of the TV.
That is Mr. PK right there saying that is the top secret. So maybe you need to dig deeper. You need to see him in his office. Right there, let us go to the next question. How would you feel if this whole idea collapses after you get out of this University of Sunset? How would you feel?
I don't plan for failure. There is no way that I will set my goals and then there inside I say that a time will come that I will fail.
Right. Mr. PK,
I'm an optimistic person.
Right, hang on. I am a mathematician, Mr. PK. I talk about probabilities. Let me tell you, you cannot just lay your objectives on one side. There is a point of excellence in one side, and there is a point of failure on the other side. So my real question is, what if, even if it is 0.001% probability that your PK Live will just fail? Maybe, what is a feeling if you hear about it when you're out? What is a feeling?
Let me just bring some bits of religion here. I'm a Christian, and I believe that there's no way that God will ever plan some misfortune for you. And I will also want to answer you like you want to be answered. Like you do statistics, and maybe statistics say that there will always that probability of misfortune. You see? If there ever exists such a time, I have put in place some objectives or some foundation that will enable us to pick up in case there is that 0.0000000 probability of us failing.
You're just exaggerating it.
No. I don't like exaggerating things.
Right.
I like speaking from my heart.
Right.
And my brains tell me what to say.
Right. As we finish, Mr. PK, thank you for that job you have been doing. And I tell you, most people have been commenting on Facebook. Others they are commenting bad about you. But don't worry about it, because most and the biggest percentage are commenting good about you. And I tell you, like, right here, this guy by the name Kali Kimanzi is saying, Hakuna venye tutasahau the brilliant mind behind PK Live. This guy, I tell you, is one true hero for Mary University. Happy Mashujaa Day, bro. I think it was a long time ago.
I guess this was Mashujaa Day. And a certain guy by name Kali Kimanzi maybe just thought that I was a shujaa.
You are, in fact.
let me also add something to this. You know, there's something we call perception.
Right.
The way we see things.
Right.
It becomes different from one person to another.
Right. I tell you, Mr. PK, you have been doing quite a good job. But I tell you, most people here are just trying to appreciate what you have been doing. You have surpassed even your career to come up with a media industry in a school of science and technology. I tell you, this is what we call beating the bends. And maybe you can just give us the last comments. Encourage somebody there who is just below 30s.
I won't go so far, but I'll start with the school.
Right.
My colleagues here in school, I know we have a lot of talents. We have different talents, and there are so many such that if they are put into use, there will never be any poor person.
Right.
You see, for example, if you are there, you do business. I'm a business person. I like doing business. Come, we partner. Come, we advertise your stuff, your business. If you are out there and you want to do something, do not be worried. Do not feel like you cannot make it.
Right.
You just have to give it a shot. You just have to try. You see?
Right.
The only problem that we have as youth is that we never try.
Right.
Huh? We never try to do what we believe we can. I tell you, if you are out there and you have an idea and you have that passion of something, just come out and try. And for the university people, for those people who are in university, I want to tell you something else, that university is the only place that you have to try out things without minding the risk. You see?
Right.
If you are in a university, any university in the world, and you have an idea,
right,
just try it out. Don't mind what will come out of it.
Right.
Try.
Right, and I tell you, Mr. Picky, you have been doing a very, very, very great job.
Thank
That is what we call beating the bends.
Thank you.
Beating the fears in these lives and surpassing even your career, your bachelor's in computer technology, and coming up with a media industry. I tell you, this show will be unforgettable.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In fact, and maybe thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
finding time,
Okay.
of course, to come. Okay, right. This has been Most TV. This has been PK Live. My name, as I told you, as I started this show, is Eric Mugu, and I tell you, you're gonna subscribe to this YouTube channel. And I tell you, it's gonna be smoky. We want your comments down there. We want everything that you can write and comment about this show, because we're gonna source them out and you're gonna find them maybe somewhere else in a bigger place than this one. Thank you very much.